Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how to convert HTML table inside PDF document inside the Next.js application, and we will be using jsPDF-Autotable library for this. So this is the application we will be building in this tutorial. You will see on your screen, this is the short little demo here. So basically we have this list of items, and basically if I click the download PDF button, these items will be inserted inside a HTML table. So basically if I click the download PDF button, so you will see as I hit this button, a attachment will be downloaded here, right here. And if I open this PDF file, you will see these list items are inserted as a HTML table. So these are converted into a nice little HTML table, and we are using jsPDF-Autotable library. So again, if you click download PDF, you will see that. So we are building this inside Next.js, which is a React.js framework. So you have seen this in Next.js. So we will be building in this framework. So it's a very versatile framework which is helped in order to build React.js applications. So this is a framework we will be using in this tutorial. So, and also in order to generate a PDF document, we will be using the JSPDF library. So this is its official website, and one other plugin is part of this library, which is called as JSPDF-Autotable. So we will be using this library to insert tables. So you can see that JSPDF-Autotable. So let's start building this application from scratch, guys. So for using Next.js, you need to be having the CLI installed. So after you install the Next.js CLI, the commands are pretty simple. In order to create a brand new project inside your, you just need to write this command here, which is simply will create a new Next.js app inside your folder. So let me just inside a new directory, go to my projects directory, and here I open a new directory here, Next.js PDF project. So I will just paste this command, guys. You will see npx create next app at the rate latest. So if I press enter here, you will see that it will create a, so it will ask me what is your project name. So I will just tell it that JSPDF table. So now it is, you can see it is creating a new Next.js application inside this. So it is adding all the packages here, you will see. So you just need to wait for some time. So it will install all these packages. So just wait. So it is installing these packages. So now you can see all these packages are successfully installed. Now we can go to our project folder. So I can open this inside Visual Studio Code text editor. So this is our Next.js project, guys, which is ready here. So you will see all these file structures are there, and there is the API folder which gives you the API response. So in order to start this Next.js application, guys, let me just stop this Next.js application. So now to start the Next.js application, it is very simple. You need to just run a simple command here, which will be npm run def, which is dev. So once if you start this application, it will start this application at localhost 3000. So now you just need to go to your browser and open localhost 3000. So this will be a brand new Next.js application which is saying OK here in the home route. You will see that. So nothing is there, you will see that nothing is there. So now we simply need to, if you see here, we can go to this endpoint which is there. It is there inside the API folder. So we can simply go /API /hello. So this will be saying to us that you will see that For this application, guys, I have given all the source code in the video description. So if you want to get all the source code, I have written all the source code in the video description. So if you just click the download PDF button, the PDF file will be downloaded, and you will see we are using jsPDF-Autotable for this project. So this is the all the source code which is written here. Step-by-step instruction is given. So I will be using this blog post. So now after installing this project, guys, you need to install JSPDF library and JSPDF-Autotable library inside your project. So you can see that. Let me just stop this application for now. Let me close this. 3 people are watching the stream, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. Let me install JSPDF and JSPDF-Autotable library. So just install these two dependencies for this project. So this will be needed for this project. So install this. So this will hardly take 5 to 10 seconds. So once it is installed, guys, now we can run the application npm run dev. So it will start this application. Port 3000 is in use. So it has started this application at localhost 3001. So localhost 3001. So this is your brand new application which has started. Let me see. So if you run this, let me see why it is not running here. Let me start this application once again. So now you will see that, guys, this is the welcome message. Welcome to Next.js. This is the brand new application which is created here. Welcome to Next.js. So now we need to build our PDF file table generator application with the help of JSPDF library. So there is a one route out there which is there inside our API folder. If you study Next.js, you will know you can make a brand new API in seconds using Next.js. So we have a API folder here, so we can simply go to /API, and we have hello here. So we can simply go to this. So this will return a JSON response to us, which is name property, which is John Doe. So simply we can change this property to anything, let's suppose. So this will also change. If I once again, you will see that. So now instead of passing the string, guys, we can pass a simple table here. So because we want to return out a table here, so we can change this. We can write here export default, and then we can simply say here request response. So inside this, guys, what we can do is that we can use our response.status. So we can pass a status of 200, and inside our JSON response, guys, we can pass a simple table. So inside this will be a JSON, not a object. So in order to pass a table, we will have a square brackets. Inside this, we will have a set of objects which will have a name property. You can give name to anything. Let's suppose I give this. The second property, you can give it age. The like this. So now we can copy this 4 more times. So put a comma after each object. So you can see that, guys, now we have 4 entries, so we can change the names to anything. So we can change the age. Like this. So now we are returning a array which contains all these entries out there. So once I refresh this route here, you will see that. So now we have different kinds of entries here. You will see that. So instead of hello, we can rename this to anything. So let's suppose I name it at people.js. That's it. So now this route will become, if I once again refresh it, nothing will be there. 404 will be there. So now I need to replace it with people. So now you will see that I need to be write people here like this. You will see that. So this is our route here, guys. So it is returning a array of objects. Now we need to insert it inside a table using this JSON response. So right here inside our Next.js application, we can go to the index.js file, and right here we can delete all this. We can change this to simply, if you just see here, we can change the title to Next.js convert HTML table to PDF using jsPDF-Autotable. So now if you go to the home page, basically if you go to the home page, you will see that it will be saying Next.js convert HTML table to PDF using jsPDF-Autotable. So right here we don't need all this, so we can delete all this stuff. So let me format this. After this heading, guys, we simply need to have another inside our main document. After this h1 heading, inside this div we will have a unordered list. So basically, first of all, we need to get these objects. We need to fetch these objects because we are exporting it. So right here we can just write a simple method by which we can get this. So we can write export async function, and we can have get static props. So inside this function, guys, what we need to do is that we can fetch it. You can see already it is suggesting me. So you can use await keyword because this is a async function. So we will use the fetch request, and here we will pass the full address, which will be http localhost 3001, because the address is, if you see here, /API/people. So this is the address that we need to fetch. So I can simply copy and paste it here. So copy paste. So now we need to get this, it is there inside this res variable. So now we need to convert this to JSON. So we can simply say const people, and then we can simply say await res JSON, and then we can return this as a prop to the Next.js application. So we can simply say return and props, and we can call this as people. That's it. So now we are getting this array of objects inside this variable, which is people. So now we can pass this as a argument inside this. So we can simply say people. So we are passing it like this. So now we can access it inside our component. So we can simply say here inside this div we will have a UL element. So inside this UL element, guys, we will be using the map variable, and basically we are passing the person variable. You will see that, sorry, this needs to be people because we have passed the people array. So now we need to loop through. So basically this will be, we will be looping through the name property. So we will simply say here people map Let me write it once again. This will be people dot map, and the property that we need to get is this property, which is name comma I. So this is the index variable. So we can simply say like this: parentheses, set of parentheses, and inside this, guys, we can put a li element, and inside this we will provide a key parameter to it, which is very much necessary, which will be the index variable. And inside this we will populate the name of the person like this dynamically. That's it. So now basically if you refresh it, your home page, all the names will be populated here. You will see that Kane Williamson, you will see all the names which we have written right here. You will see that. So basically if I enter one other entry here, so if I refresh it, you will see that that entry is added here simply. So now we simply want a simple button out there, guys, after this UL element. So after this div, we need to create a separate component for this, which will be called as generate PDF, and we will pass person as a prop, and inside this we will pass the people array to this component. So now we need to make this component. So right here inside your root directory, you need to make a separate folder which will be components, and inside this you need to make this generate PDF.js. So right here inside this component, guys, we need to include this component inside our index.js. So right here we will import generate PDF from dot component, I think. Let me see. Dot components generate PDF. That's it. So we don't need the image, so we can delete this simply. So now inside this component, guys, we need to have a simple button from which we can convert this. So for doing this process, first of all, we need to import quite a library, which is JSPDF from, this needs to be JSPDF from JSPDF. This needs to be small. And then we also need to import jsPDF-Autotable. Put a semicolon. And after this, guys, we need to export this component so that we can use it inside different files. So we will say export default function followed by your component name, which is generate PDF. And inside this, we will receive the person prop which we have passed. And inside this, guys, just right here, we will return this a simple button basically from this component. So we will have a simple button here. So which will be saying as download PDF. So when we click this button, so we need to bind a on click. So this function will be simply generate. So we have binded this function, so we can change the type parameter to primary. So now we need to make this function, guys, which is generate, which will actually generate the PDF document. So function generate. So inside this, guys, we will simply make a new document of JSPDF. So after doing this, we can simply say that doc.autotable. Basically, this is the method doc.autotable. So here we can provide the properties here, which is in the head section, which is the columns, which is name, age, country, which we have defined here, which is name, age, country. And after this, we have the body. And inside the body, guys, we can simply say person, the prop, which is actual array here. You will see person.map. So inside this, we will have these three properties, which is name, age, and country. So name, age, country, and let me see, name, age, country. So inside this, what we need to do is that we need to return these columns, which is in the square brackets, name, age, country. So after doing this, guys, we simply need to save this PDF document. So we can simply say doc.save. We can say table.pdf. This is just the name of the file. You can change it to anything. So if I restart the application, guys, if I refresh it, so just see, if I click the download PDF, so a table.pdf file will be downloaded, and we will get our table here, which is ready here with all the entries which we defined inside our JSON table. You will see all the columns are rendered out properly. So you can put as many entries as you want inside this people.js inside your Next.js application, and it will convert it to a table using jsPDF-Autotable library. So all the source code, guys, will be there inside video description. I have written all the source code and I have given it inside the video description. You can copy paste all this source code. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next video. So until then, thank you very much.